Hello, hello, my lovely and wonderful punks. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Hope you've had a great weekend. Um, Emmy and I didn't get to bed until pretty late last night. We're probably due for a one of those power throughs. Stay up super late and try to push through a day at some point. Um, But it turned out it was for the best anyways that I'm streaming later, because around the time I probably would have started streaming, they started doing extremely loud yard work. I think they must have cut down a tree or something. Like, it was fucking shaking the apartment and fucking loud as hell. Um, but yeah, so we're starting, when I would usually end, and we'll probably go for 2 to 3 hours, depending on the vibes. And we're gonna play more blueprints. So, appear video game. There you are. Discord doesn't have a purple dot. What do you mean by that? I don't understand. Also, hello Sammy, you were first, and hello Drag, and hello anyone else who's waiting around. It's good to have you here. Going to continue. Open my notebook. We've made a lot of oh, I need to open OneNote as well. We need to start tracking our rooms. That's right. That was our big advancement, is that we now know one of the puzzles is that each room has a letter based on the two paintings that is in that room. I got a green online dot rather than the purple streaming one. Huh. That's odd. Usually Discord's very... Oh, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't have the streamer mode is enabled. That's odd. Because usually streamer mode also truncates everyone's names on Discord, so I don't accidentally, like out anyone's username. There must be some bug between OBS and Discord right now. That's weird. Nope, I've got a gem and 4 coins. Yeah, fortunately, I was able to, by force closing the game, not have to pass the day. I will remember from now on, though, that if we are done, we need to save and quit. Right. All right. We already did the entranceway. This is going to be the hard part now. I have to remember which rooms I haven't checked. All right. Bedroom, parlor, and pantry. We'll take the pantry, which I believe I have checked. Commissary, nook, and closet. Yeah, we'll do the commissary. Might be able to use all these coins that I'm starting with. And the den. Excellent. All right. What do I want to do? I think we'll start pushing up the right. Ooh, banana. Yes, I've done the pantry. Right? I've done the pantry. Yes, I've done the pantry, I've done the den, and I've done the commissary. Have I done the commissary? I have not done the commissary. Okay. Is it don't taco clock for you? I mean, you can chill. You can chat about other things. All right. All right. We've got our hallway with a bonus now. It comes with a free key. Just like me, I come with a free key. Alright. We'll take a bedroom. Bedroom, I don't remember. Cart and car, that would be a T. The downside is I have to make the stream invisible to myself whenever I do this. Bedroom, T. You thought the key came free with the skunk? Possibly. Weird that there was a trunk here once and then never again. Alright. Oh, I had this pointed the wrong way. Alright, well then. I don't have a gem to do the courtyard, so we'll do the chapel. But we don't want to go into the chapel. We want to save those coins for the shop. Hello, Gremlin. How are you? Yeah, it doesn't matter if we close that door, so we can do the parlor here. Grab our wind-up key. The white box does not have a statement. That is true. The gems are in a box with a statement. Okay. So this is true. I still don't know how to parse blank boxes as false or true. But if we accept that this has to be false, or no. We'll accept that this is neither. Then if this is true, and this is false, then the white box has the gems. Nice. Alright. Wow, they keep giving me the nook. This bedroom, observatory. I mean, I'd like to have as many doors as possible, so I guess we'll do the observatory. Look at the stars. Or it's just a diamond. Excuse me. So we get our gem back. By nook or by crook. How goes the prince? It goes very well. I forgot something? Did I leave something in the parlor? Oh, have I checked the parlor? I have not checked the parlor yet. Oh, stream relate? Oh, I don't have audio on, do I? There we go. I did forget that I need the pictures in the parlor, though. What do we got? We've got a clock and a lock. That's the letter C. Parlor. That's the letter C. Probably shouldn't have wasted a step, but that's alright. Observatory. We have a road. And a rod. That's the letter A. I forget if I've done observatory before. Feels like the volume got much higher. Might have to adjust that. I mean, second, observatory. Okay. Unfortunately, we've got 3 A's in a row. So I think these letters are going to need to also be unscrambled when we're done. Let's see. Game settings, volume. Yeah, it's really loud right now. There. What is your obsession with the Nook? I guess I'm taking it. Yeah, we can use one of the keys. Corridor, guest bedrooms. Ooh. So unfortunately, looks like I'm going to have to go up and around the outer side. Or I can always go back through the chapel if I need to. I'll take the storeroom so that we get a refund. Alright, cot. And coat. That's another A. Do I have the supply room? Or storeroom. That's it. A. Alright, I'm gonna go back down to the commissary and spend these 9 coins and hope that that can help us out. What do we got? Gem, salt shaker, sledgehammer, metal detector. I don't have the coins for the metal detector. I guess I will buy a gem, a salt shaker. The commissary is a bridge and a bride. That's a G. Ah, that's what the with and without means. I see. Okay. The boudoir connects to the den, but doesn't get us any further. Utility closet doesn't help us. The nursery doesn't help us. I guess we'll connect on the boudoir. Get a free gem out of it. Ah. That was the hint we'd seen before. We can grab the gem that was in here, because I've never done that. And we've got 2 keys. I will use one here on this locker. Ah, amateur toolkit. Or lockpick kit. Alright. We have to do the lab. Alright, I don't think I've gotten the one for the lab yet. I don't see any paintings in the laboratory. Let's run our experiment real quick. Permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Interesting. For each bedroom you draft after your second, gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in the house. Each time you eat an apple, spread dirt on the driveway. We'll do this one. It's not great, but, you know, getting some keys sounds nice. I considered doing the permanent gold for red rooms, but... Okay. Effective immediately electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. That's a lie. The red ones are lies. Apple. Right, so this lets us know the temperature we need to melt the freezer. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware that I could mix and match however I wanted. Spread dirt on the driveway seems like either a puzzle solution or a whiff. My guess would be that it gives us several dig spots if we have the shovel. Do you guys see the paintings anywhere? Because I do not see any paintings. A ton of silly graphs, but no paintings. Alright. So we really need to straight shot all the way up to here. Right, spare room. And spare room is another one where we don't see the paintings. Drawing room is pretty good, but I think we'll do the West Wing Hall so that drawing room is still in there. And this can be anything. This doesn't matter. Or this can be our nursery. We got a free key. Alright, tier and tie. That's the letter R. The nursery. And then the West Wing Hall is pro and row. So that's the letter C. Alright. Security it is. I think I've already gotten security. Yeah. I don't have anything else I can do here if I remember correctly. I can always... I suppose I can do a quick check to see if I've missed any items. I've missed a gem. Okay. And I can adjust the keycard system. Currently, we would rather have low security. And it is always better for offline mode to be unlocked. Hi Theo, thank you for the care package. I need it. My mouth was like so dry when I woke up. Alright, courtyard. Which was a security door. Alright. Which if I shovel. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. I think that's dirt. A turnip? Mmm. Yummy. A single coin. A salty turnip straight from the ground, not even washed. Okay. Here we go. Bit of a shame that we're wasting a door here, but I don't think there's a better option. We want to save the corridor. We already looked at that. Alright, nothing else here. We get one reroll on this. Guess the library. Well, I guess I should have done this last time. I should check out a book for tomorrow. Okay, we did Swimbird. Let's do Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. And we'll just work our way down the list after that. First locked. I should have used my lockpicks first, I think, maybe. I don't know. Dead end. Dead end. Aquarium it is. I have not been to the aquarium. I do not know where it slots. Yimsh. Ah. What is that? Oh, Grain and Rain. Make sure real quick that that's the only one. I don't like how it does the water fade thing. Like, that's good design work, but I don't like it. Alright, room directory. Alright, what does aquarium fall under in the registry? It is room number 44. Okay. And its letter is G. Okay. Oh, nice. And it automatically opened the courtyard door for us. That's convenient. Got another dig spot. Few coins. That's not bad. Closet, patio, walk-in closet. Alright, let's do the patio. I don't have the gems. Alright, the closet it is. And then we're gonna have to walk all the way back. Got a key and the fucking sleep mask. Alright. What's the fastest way? I think we have to go all the way down. Alright. Well, at least we got a bunch of free sleep points from our sleep mask. More like a salt shower. Do that one guy thing where I sprinkle it down my arm. I forget if it pops on every room. Yeah, it pops on every room. Okay, so we might as well dip into various sleep rooms to get our benefits. I've got 4 keys, so that's good at least. Up into the boudoir. Got 4 coins. I can buy one more gem. Gives me a little insurance. Alright. Here we go. It's all on this side. The dark room, the utility closet, the corridor. Dark room gives us 2 doors, even if it's blind firing. That's the claims. So we'll do this one. Bunk room. Okay. I don't think I've gotten the thing from here. Ooh, money. Fire and fur. That's the letter E for the bunk room, if I don't have it already. Wait, what? Hold on. I've got the letter D for this. Does it change? Double experiment, double sleeping mask. Do the paintings change from day to day in some of the rooms? Because this is fire and fur, which would be E. But I've gotten my notes that this is a D. Maybe some of the rooms change? Maybe it's just the non-primary rooms change to either like throw you off or like their special code changes from day to day. Okay. Well then. Use the key. Oh boy. The middle. Excellent. The dining room. Alright, that's 2 doors. Tent and 10. That's the letter T. Or dining room. That's different. I have an A in my notes. So, in theory, the password changes, but that would mean that I would need to draft all 45 or all 44 primary rooms in the house in one day. So the good news is we can stop taking notes for now. The bad news is we've lost our lead for the time being until I can figure something out. All right. I keep using my key instead of my lockpicks. Alright. I'm not going to do the secret passage because last time I couldn't figure out how the secret passage worked. Alright. So the good news is I can turn this off. I still don't know how the back indicators work because I can't turn them purple. We'll turn the light back on in there. We'll turn the light on in there. Kitchen, mailroom, maid's chambers. I'd rather hold on to my gem, so I'll take the maid's chambers. Oh, the maid's chambers also counts as a bedroom. That's good to know. Okay. The foundation does not reset each day. So this just locks this in permanently. I mean, that's a pretty solid place for it. Sure. The foundation. There's an elevator. Some dirt. I found Asian. Pebbles? Wow. Ooh, more dirt. Wow, a rock. Alright, this should be unlocked because I did the thing with the breakers. Kitchen, secret passage, mailroom. Alright, well, I finally have to take the kitchen if I want to keep making progress. I have so many steps. Okay, well, I don't need any of these, so... The East Wing Hall. Or the billiards room. I don't really need the key card because I've disabled that. So I guess we'll take the East Wing Hall. Use the lockpicks. No. Use a key. The pool. The corridor. Or the bathroom. Don't have a gem. Well, we're going to get to the deepest rank. Means the dining room is ready. Billiard room. Yeah, I could do the math puzzle, but I don't need a key card. And I believe it's always a key card. Music room. One major key and one minor key. That's funny. Alright, the gymnasium. Yeah, there it is. The antechamber. Well, we've made it to the antechamber for the first time, so that's something. Oh, what's this? Spare set of car keys. Be interesting if we can get over here and do the garage. The Great Hall. 7 locked doors. Sounds good to me. I've got a lockpicking kit. I need this one. Ah, upgrade disc. Insert on the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. Okay, cool. Nice. So yeah, I can come back here can come back through with my hundreds of steps and get an upgrade later. Wonder what the kit's success rate is? I have no idea. I don't really want the archives. So I'm going to do the workshop. Maybe I should do the archives. And lets me get a bigger house. The vault requires 3 gems but has 40 coins in it. Well, I'm out of gems, so whatever it is, it's going to be this. Ah, the furnace. Well, let's go into the furnace. I cannot see anything because it's the middle of the day and I have my reflection on screen. An old tin can. We're more likely to get red rooms for what little we still have. Oh, it's wavy now. Well, I don't have the gems, so it has to be the toilet. And that ends the run. But we did reach the antechamber for the first time. I'm going to make my way back to a terminal so we can use that upgrade disc to get a permanent buff. And I guess I'll use my keys here. Just in case there's more upgrade discs or something. Aha! One of the levers. Okay. The Great Hall opens to the east. Well, that just changed everything. And nothing in here. So, if you draft the Great Hall and you have enough keys, that can be your answer. Okay. The antechamber. To continue up, you must go down. The basement key. Right. Well, I'm going to assume the basement key interacts with the foundation. That worked out surprisingly in our favor. I am glad I thought to go and burn our keys. And I still have my max steps. Alright, I could also go back to the dining room. Yeah, let's go back to the dining room and eat the meal of the day, just so I get a bunch of extra steps. Also because it's the first time I've been able to do this. Yeah. I don't have the trophy room, but I will take the 20 steps. Gunk's so smart she already solved the blueprints? Yeah. Why is Firebot not working? Firebot? Is it working? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So thank you for the care package. It's popping up on screen. Okay. How you doing, Mozelle? I am a stream? Wow. Alright, so I feel like our key interacts with this somehow. The question is, how do I get it down? There was that thing we could do in the boiler room that would cause things to move. Not Firebot, Firefly. Oh. I'm sore. I didn't sleep in the best positions, I guess. Largely due to my idiot son. um, yeah, I'm doing okay. I just, our sleep schedule's off again. Alright, Jack, I'm going to ask you a question that is a minor spoiler. Merry birthday. No, it's not my birthday. Hello, blood. Uh, Drag, do I have what I need to go down in the foundation, or do I need something that I do not have? Because I'm thinking that I need to do the thing in the boiler room, but I don't want to toss away having the basement key and the foundation is apparently permanent. I don't want to toss these things away if I can make good on them still. I said it's not my birthday. I cannot go down the foundation this day. Alright. Oopsie. Thank you, Drag. I appreciate that information. Basically saves us all the trouble of me stumbling around trying to see if there's a thing I can interact with when I can't. Alright, alas. Need to go to a room with a computer, which I think security is my only current one, so that I can use this upgrade disk. Oh no, I have the lab. The lab has a computer. Use this upgrade disk and then we can wrap for the day. Of course, there could just be a room called the basement as well. And if that's the case, it's just a matter of I don't have the basement drafted either. Alright, give me a room. The Nook. Permanent bonus to the Nook. Additional key, additional bacon and eggs. Or we'll always draw library while drafting this room. Ooh, interesting. I think we'll take the bacon and eggs. We haven't had bacon and eggs before. Might run out of steps, I know, right? The Nookie. Alright, and there's not anything on the grounds I can do. Breckie, yeah. Alright, we're calling it a day. Even though we have more energy than we started out with. The Scarlet Inn, because I have 8 red rooms and 7 bedrooms. Very cool. I love how it changes this and a little bit of what it looks like based off of what you draft. That's very fun. Alright, save and continue. That was a pretty good run, I think. We found out some interesting things. The 2 series you follow online have taken the double keys and the reading nook. I'm just interested to see what breakfast does, because we haven't had breakfast before. And I imagine it's just an energy increase, but we got a bug. All right. Yep, so the foundation stays. Good to know. Did we find them, or am I just smelly? I'm not smelly. Did we find what? Breakfast Nook. Aw, it changes the name. That's cute. Alright, we get our key, and we get our bacon and eggs. Adds 10 steps and adds the morning room to the draft pool. Okay, so look at that. Not only am I getting a huge boost to my steps early on if I need it, but we've added a room to the pool that would not otherwise be there. Corridor, the morning room. Ooh, look at that. 2 gems, and tomorrow you start with 2 gems? Hell yeah. And a pair of dice. The Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. In the blue hours of Wednesday morning, the venerable Baron of Mount Holly, Herbert S. Sinclair, passed away at the ripe age of 73 after a prolonged struggle with a heart condition that had been kept from the public eye until his final days. Esteemed as a pillar of society and renowned for his penchant for crafting puzzles, he was a source of endless fascination to our readers over the years, not least through his popular column Baron Bafflers, which he penned for over a decade. The particulars of the announcement of his successor yesterday has left his devoted followers with one last intrigue to ponder. The reading of his will precipitated a flurry of speculation for his niece and presumptive heir, the much beloved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones, has been missing, presumed deceased for the past 6 years. Mrs. Jones, better known to our readers by her pen name, Marion Marigold, enchanted the hearts and minds of children across the realm with her literary creations such as The Red Prince, Swimbird, and A New Clue. Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon P. Jones, a lad of but 14 summers, who was yesterday named the provisional heir of the sprawling Cinca Empire. Okay, so Cinca technology is also owned by the Baron. That's good to know. Play Pathfinder with those. Wow. However, this vast inheritance is accompanied by an undisclosed contractual condition. Given the Baron's well-known penchant for tests of mettle and wit, it is clear that the young heir from Reddington, distinguished in his own right as last year's country science fair runner-up, faces an extraordinary challenge in the coming weeks. More to follow. Hey, and a free upgrade. Just this room. This room is great. I love the morning room. Also, it just looks super comfy. You know, sit here, look out on the grounds a little bit, have some breakfast. Very chill. All right. The hallway would be a little bit wasted here. The observatory goes in the wrong direction. I'm going to do the closet. I think it's fine to stick it here. Get it out of the way when we still have so many options. What is this? A lucky rabbit's foot? Greater chance of finding items. Okay, well that means we need to keep our eyes out for additional items. It's a tier. Yeah. Or it is the thematic representation of one. Alright. Commissary, guest bedroom, hallway. I hate to, but I'm gonna go ahead and use a reroll. Okay. Parlor. Before we go in, we'll go ahead and open this door. This can be our hallway or our den. I think we'll go den. It's a toggle. If I tap it, I can see it. Let's go like this. Gem. Trying to look around a little extra for anything that might be wrappable. Okay. Yeah, we can stick the commissary in this corner. I can't use it yet. I don't have any money. Sure. Alright, we'll stick the hallway there, and then I'm going to go ahead and go and do the parlor puzzle so we can get the gems. Hopefully get the gems. Who knows? The gems are in the white box. Statements with the word white are always true. The statement on the white box is true. Okay. So this can't be true because all three of them have the word white in them. This one has it in quotes, but they all have it. So this is false. Statements with the word white are not always true, and this is false. The statement on the white box is true. That's false. So this has to be true. The gems are in the white box. And we'll go into the hallway so we can pick up the key. We'll come back down later. We'll go ahead and go up for now because up is what we need. Bedroom, guest room, storeroom. Let's re-roll. Dark room, corridor, breaker box. Ugh, not great. Not great. Well, I guess we'll do the corridor. And I guess we'll do the chapel. I have no money, so this works out. Go this way. Door's locked, that's fine. Observatory points us down. But that's... a door is better than not a door. Let's see what we've got now with 5. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Nice. I will take that. Security, archives, guest bedroom. Oh, man. This all sucks. I don't want to be blind firing for the rest of the day. I do have a disc, that's true. Alright. Let's get an upgrade. The courtyard. Courtyard has 2 gems. Courtyard has 5 dig spots. Courtyard is always left unlocked. We're going to take that always unlocked. It now counts as a hallway. That's nice. And I have an orange. No lockpick kit. Nice, 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 nice. Alright. Need this to kick up. I could go down to the commissary. I don't think it's gonna help though. Pick up. Nope. Oh wait, yes, the library kicks up. Okay. Right. I'm not gonna go to the library yet. I'm gonna go back down to the commissary and get those rooms. Don't know what happens if you end a day with an unused disc. I assume it just gets wasted. I don't really want to waste a thing on the kitchen, so we'll do the storeroom. I'm missing out on a room because of this, but that's okay. Fine. Key. Gym. Also, yes, I don't keep the basement key. Well, there goes my coin. That's fine. Bricks my game out of Legend of Dragoon. No! Not again. Anne Babbage, Lord Avinson, M. Lowry, Simon P. Jones. A Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, a modest account of our town by Sir Andrew Darrell. Introduction. The third largest city in Fan Ares and the site of its former capital, Reddington is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much further than the botanical gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer. Spectacular scenery, a historic castle, and a charming underground bazaar rewards visitors who wish to explore further. Oh, Reddington is that type of unique, enchanting place that lingers in your mind and memories long after you leave her. The Botanical Gardens. Reddington's most popular attraction and a guaranteed crowd pleaser, the Botanical Gardens is loved by both locals and visitors for its Acheron canopy house and mausoleum, its petal-covered trails, and a mind-boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime is Reddington's busy season. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens offer a scenic and captivating tableau of the natural countryside. A cobblestone trail meanders past over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right, yet even more stunning set against the spectacular backdrop of the Reddington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in the picturesque walk, which contains a mainway station. Ilex ex Messerve, a specimen of holly unique to Reddington's mountains. Okay. Do you give the spore puff your propagate room or your massive thorned hollow? I would do it to the spore puff, I think. Massive thorned hollow. My concern is with your thorn guy, they'll attack the thorn guy and get killed, and then you'll have mushrooms in the way of your thorn guy, and you want them to run into your thorns. So unless you've got a way to get your mushrooms behind your thorn guy. Featherfall Keep. You will find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Epson, has until recently always been a private residence, serving as a family home for the Epsons since before the Third Era. After the death of Lord Epson, his oldest son, Lionel Epson, left the estate, never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be a family residence. It began operating as a historic house, museum, and tourist attraction, and the estate was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1972. It is still believed by many that Featherfall was built by the King of Orinda Ares when Reddington was still the capital. However, surfaced documents containing conflicting dates has recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. Oh, propagate. Sorry. Sorry, I was thinking the one that spawns for some reason. Probably on your spikes then, yeah. Sorry, it's hard to brain these things. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness, rolling fogs, clear water, and gliding swans. In the midst of all that beauty sits Trinsdale Lake, one of FenAri's premier vacation destinations, exclusive for the more privileged citizens. The lakeside resort and cabins have been frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry for great generations. Jeez, I can't words. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists are free to enjoy the views and rub elbows with the rich and famous in the Hundred Bells Tea Room, which is open to the general public for lunch on Mondays and Fridays. Mount Holly. Ah, the mountain. At an elevation of 11,220 feet, Mount Holly is the tallest mountain in Reddington Range and the highest peak in the entire realm. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience and one that many hikers and explorers will want to do at least once. It's only a few hours from Reddington to get to the trailhead. You won't need any local guides or special gear if you tackle the trail during the summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded whether or not they actually summit. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly, nestled between the summit's northern slope and saddle. This 80-acre mountain residence is almost as old as Reddington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of the Mount Holly Schoolhouse in '66. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's many north-facing overlooks. Mainway Station Bazaar. For the sentimental tourists wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar, but don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the Mainway Station can be a dangerous place. Located underground, this unique marketplace was once Reddington's central railway station, in a time when the realm's trains were still in service. Now the turnstiles, footbridge, and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you are bargain hunting, looking for adventure, or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, the Mainway Station Bazaar will be a worthy conclusion to your sightseeing adventure in Reddington. Oh, and we've got a map. Feel like that might be useful, but Mount Holly, Reddington, the Botanical Gardens, Barron's End, Burrow's End, 100 Bells, Featherfall Keep, Mount Perma, Trinsdale Lake, Angel Tower, the Ares River. We've got some lines that I assume are roads. Something here. It's too small to read. Okay. Some of that might or might not be useful. You think I'm right because your Spore Puff has 6 reincarnate and inflicts 10 decay? Hell yeah. I got Emmy into Monster Train 2 last night. That's a little bit of why we were up so late, is because she was just having a blast with it. Alright. Let's see if I can salvage this run. Nope. Oh wait, yes. Workshop can go. Nope, that's the end, because the door is electronically locked. This time it's the letter E. Last time it was letter A. Interesting. I got the battery pack again. Alright, nope. Okay, well, this house did not do very well. The morning room was great, but then we just got too many dead ends. Call it. Cozy Cottage, yeah. Save and continue. You're so fucking cute. Aw, thank you. E. Okay. Here we go. I do get to start with 2 gems, which is really nice. Hey, and we can just immediately breakfast nook again. But I think we'll take the hallway. We'll get the extra key. We'll get the extra door. Whoops, I passed the key because I'm not very smart. Yeah. I did get some nice permanent benefits. So that's good. Sometimes you just got to take those permanent benefits. All right, we'll take the parlor. Over here, grab the wind-up key. Oh, and we get free magnifying glass as well. Don't mind if I do. Gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. The blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. Okay. So, this does not have the letter U, but it does have the letter B. This contains both. This contains the letter B, but not the letter U. So they all have B, right? B, B, B. So that means that this has to be true because they all contain the letter B. Didn't properly write separate lines for the rhymes. Ah. I see the rhymes now. Okay, so this has to be true, which means one of these two is false. The blue box is true. That has to be true, which means this is false. The gems are not in a box that contains a statement with the letter U. This has the letter U. And this has the letter U. So it has to be this one, right? A. I'd rather save the corridor if I can. So we'll do the kitchen. But there's not really much reason for me to go into the kitchen yet. Only have 12 reincarnate. I'm gonna starve. Emmy got a really good build yesterday where she had Bolette with the Harvest Propagate build, uh, Kernel Cluster, and Enchanterelle, which is the on rally Sap 2. And she got all the way to Seraph with nothing being able to do any damage. Okay. Do I burn one of my dead ends, or do I make sure we have some open? I think we burn a dead end. Hi, Graham. You're a baby. A compass. Draw floor plans leading north more often. Nice. What's up, baby boy? Oh, you're not even bothering me. You're bothering other mommy. Oopsie. Not even sure what I pressed there. Alright. Yeah, let's do the spare room here. But we won't go into it yet. Let's do... Ooh. Yeah, I guess we'll do the drawing room. That gives us some options here. We could do our breakfast nook, but then we would be dead-ended. Chapel. Let's redraw. Why not? Passageway. I don't want to save that. I think we might actually burn another dead end here. Give me that coin. That key. That diamond. Looks like overgrowth carapace cuts out at 6 spaces. Um, fun fact, if you combine it with the smidge stone, it goes on forever. We can stick the pantry here. That would be fine. Apple. All right, the breakfast nook would dead end us, so let's do the West Wing Hall. And maybe after that, if we can draw the breakfast nook again, that would be good. Pantry? Didn't know pins grew on trees. The more you know. Let's do the chapel here. Unfortunately, we're going to waste a coin, but that's okay. This can be the den or the commissary, either one. Let's do the commissary. Hi, Graham. Oh, what is this? Ah, it's the coupon book. Nice. 1 coin off on all purchases. Okay. This is a little funny. I have a discount on all purchases, but I have to go through the chapel to get to the commissary. All right. Hey, Hex, how are you doing? At a cookout, what am I grabbing first? Hot dog, chicken tenders, cheeseburger, or ribs? I've never actually had ribs at a cookout, and I've definitely, like, I've not even heard of having chicken tenders at a cookout. My family was always hot dogs, so I am going for the hot dogs. The coal? Oh no. Alright, we can do the dark room. That's the most doors. Let's do that. Requirement of 1. Dead end into the mailroom. Well, I've never been in the mailroom. Let's give it a look around. Simon P. Jones, Mount Holly Estate, Van Aries 63080. Dad, 1809 Alice Drive, Van Aries 63022. Hey, buddy. How's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. Imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try and post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that you have a chance to arrive during your first few days of the estate, but with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversation just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do both of us a favor, be excited. The house is really amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday, I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator, Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each day and don't spend all your time each day playing dirigiblocks. All right. Royal Mail. There's a lot of mail receptacles for a personal house. Ah, the utility room fuse box. Okay. Indicator settings. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address the client has provided. Press any button above to activate blue. Okay, so all green to get blue. Come on, pen. There we go. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. Okay. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. And we know from our earlier hint that we need 6 purples to activate white, and then we've got a code to activate whatever the full fuse box does. I never had ribs come to Texas. I've had ribs. I just haven't had ribs at a cookout. I've had ribs at like a Texas Roadhouse or other restaurants like that. Ribs are delicious. I've just never had them at a cookout. Ban you? Okay. Bye, eggs. To the void with you. Dogs are traditional. Hot dogs are also like really customizable. Like ribs are delicious, but they're always ribs. They're the same. You might have some variations on the flavors and barbecue sauce, but it's ribs. Whereas a hot dog, how you top it changes everything. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane to sender, as he no longer employed at our estate. Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Ooh. Interesting. Alright, so it's unfortunate that this was a dead end, but we did get a lot of information out of this room, so that's good. Alright, up to the top. I do appreciate that when the lights go out in the dark room, the doors get like a... They kind of pop. Someone asking to be banned. I'm sure that it's fine. I don't want to use a single gem. I'm going to... Okay, we got the weight room. Unfortunately, that cost us half our steps. But we do get 4 doors out of it, so that's good. Okay, this doesn't super matter. You do what you gotta do, okay? We'll spend a gem on getting the lab so that we can get some stuff unlocked. I'm probably going for at least another hour though, Drag, so you can consider that. When you draft a shop, when you eat an apple, and when you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, gain a star, set your steps to 40, add a small chest to the entrance hall. Oh, those are great. I guess whenever I spend 2 or more gems, bump my steps up to 40. Or I could bump them down, but I can just be conscious of that. Alright. If I have questions, you'll answer them tomorrow. No worries. Ooh, nice. Do I do the garage here? No, I think we do the den. Take advantage of the extra doors. I don't want to use my last key yet if I can avoid it. Both locked. That's locked as well. Alright, I think we unlock this one and hope that we get the garage and that I can grab the 3 keys. The courtyard is always left unlocked, so that does give us at least 2 free doors. Alright, we'll do the courtyard. I think it's interesting that when the courtyard is on the edge, that it's closed in. There's dirt in here, but no shovel. There's a sledgehammer, though. Nice. Sledgehammer means we can break this open. Oh, I'm glad I didn't use a key. Alright. Locksmith has keys for sale. I could buy some keys. Or we could get the dining room, which might be good. I think we'll take the dining room. Because as soon as we open this door, it'll trigger. Veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. It's 2 gems. Let's reroll. Security. Or let's do the corridor. That means that this is guaranteed unlocked. Utility closet. Okay. So let's grab our notes. First, you can turn these on. And we'll leave this on for now. Alright, so in order to unlock blue, we need everything to be green. There we go. Then we need blue and red next to each other to unlock purple. Okay. What do I click to get the purple? Okay. Oh, that means we have to puzzle game this. Okay, we can get our last purple if we can make everything else purple. Okay. Okay. This is going to be a little more confusing. Okay, alright. Purple. Red. Purple. Red. Purple. Red. Purple. Red. Purple. Purple. Alright. 5 purple gets the 6th. All 6 purple unlocks white. Alright, so we want off. Oh, that makes that white permanently. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well. Hold on. Red. Alright. Purple. Purple. Oi. Purple. Now I'm walking it their other way. Purple. 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 Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. White. Then we want this to stay purple. We want this to turn red. Okay. And this is red. We want this to be green and this to be blue. And this to be off. Alright. What have we unlocked? A big fucking switch. Oh, yeah. The Gemstone Cavern has permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with 2 gems. Cool, and we can explore it for, you know, any lore bits that might be there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think I need these notes anymore. That's cool. We unlocked one of the permanent bonuses. Okay. Fimsh. Fimsh. Delicious Fimsh. Lemon glazed salmon. Unfortunately, we don't have the aquarium, so we will just eat it for the 20. Passageway, gymnasium. I guess we'll do the gym, but we just won't go in yet. The pool! Or the library. It's the sauna and the pump room. The library. We can ask for another book. Oh, and there's an apple for us. That's nice. The Fixed Stars by Richard Bitt. Locked. Oh, okay, I don't have any keys. I'm just like, what do you mean locked? Alright, but if I go from the other side, locked. And from up. Alright. Unfortunately, that is it. I do not have any keys. I will... We've got the steps. I will leave and we'll go check out the gem corridor. Now, you want fish? I'm not big on fish myself. It's alright. It's not great for me. It was a good run? Yeah. We got some good stuff. We got a permanent upgrade. It's still locked, right? Yeah. Actually, hold on. I think I remember seeing a thing I shouldn't when I was trying to get some of the base mechanics of the game. I'm gonna look for something real quick. Okay. I thought I remembered seeing someone say that you could use the sledgehammer in the gymnasium somewhere. But if you can, I don't know where. Maybe it's the weight room? And bust down the boards? Nah. I mean, some of these bricks look kind of cracked, but yeah, doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, hey. Extra gem. Not that it helps us at this point. But I won't say no. Yeah. Oh, I do have this commissary. Nope, keys are super expensive. I could buy a shovel. Alright, maybe we'll explore the gem cavern at the beginning of tomorrow. Let's go use our shovel and see if we can dig up some keys. Few coins. A few coins. Well, where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe I can make it to the gem corridor. Oh yeah, I get a couple points every time I enter a bedroom. And it really is a challenge. You have to have some of every resource. The mountain. The peak of your failures. Alright. Gem corridor. The fact that you can beat this in one day says to me that, like, a lot of what I'm doing isn't necessary, and if I just knew some kind of secret answer, I could get right into room 46. Alright, yeah, I've had enough steps, so let's look at what's in here. Here is the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than this, especially if we're going to limit excavation to 2 stones per day. I was told the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk structural integrity of the cave walls. So I suppose we'll have to adhere to his expert opinion, at least for now. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels, 2 of which were too rusted and worn down to be of any use, so Dave went ahead and made a call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be too happy about that, but hopefully you can smooth it over. Now, there's still 1 more cart down here, but it's locked on a short track and it's too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that side, but I think we're gonna leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. Interesting. Yeah, these gems are decorative. Aha! That's another of our flames. 2 more. I wonder how many people have gone absolutely nuts because they didn't realize you could leave. Okay. I don't actually see any tunnels here. Okay. So that means I imagine the last flames are through the garden gate, which means I need to figure out something that opens the garden gate. I've got the swim bird from that terrible, terrible story. Let's call it a day. Seems to be one connected to each permanent bonus, too. Alright. Probably the last run. West-facing villa, yeah, that makes sense. Here we go. Watch the solution to getting into room 46 be something like walk around the table 5 times in the entrance hall. We're going to use the spare room first and hope that the nook is on the corner. I guess we'll open all of these. Oh, there's a bird outside. Drawing room, den. My package has been delivered. Let's see what the package is, because that might be important. And then we'll open this one. Observatory, security, utility closet. I don't really need the utility closet anymore. It's now basically... Well, it's still useful for security doors if I have security, which I just did, so... Let's get our package first. What's in our package? Customer's copy, packing slip, the Cinca Company. K. Thompson. 1 brass compass, 1 magnifying glass, 2 keys. Hell yeah. That's pretty good. Am I going to get one of these every time now, or is it going to be like an alternating thing? Alright. Yeah, I think we'll go through security. We'll take advantage of early security to get keycard system set up nice. So keycard security level is high and offline mode is unlocked. And then hopefully we'll get the utility closet here soon. A bedroom. I guess, and the pantry. Eat the apple, take the money. The store. We could do the courtyard, or we could save the courtyard. I think we'll take the breakfast nook, so that we can get that amazing bacon and egg benefit. All right. I could put the breaker breaker box here, and we would have our key problem solved. But then we're extremely reliant on this room, so I think we'll take the commissary. Got 4 gold, which probably isn't enough for anything. We've got big buffs today. Once again, commissary into the chapel. Alright. I don't have gem for the drawing room. I don't really want to use the bunk room. I guess we'll do the corridor. Ooh. Den for doors or wine cellar for gems? I think we'll take the den. We'll hope we can get the wine cellar again sometime soon. Alright. I think now I can risk having the utility closet. Lights on in the garage, turn off the keycard entry system. Now all of the keycard doors are open. We'll take the hallway. We get a key and some more doors. We have lots of keys now, but not too many gems. This can be whatever. Use a key. Sure, the drawing room sounds good. Locked again, okay. Morning room. That's fine if it kicks down, because we still have 2 doors heading upwards. If we do the billiards room, I have to really backtrack to make use of that space down there. Storeroom's a dead end. Good redraw, but I think we'll take the morning room. Like, gems now and gems tomorrow is pretty great. Unfortunately, it's not as completely stacked as it was the other day. I imagine the upgrade discs only spawn once per room. What is this? The deposit box key. I would imagine the security deposit box is in the mailroom. Vault key 233. Unlocks box 233. Alright, well, we'll head back to the mailroom at some point. Heck, patio. That dead ends us. Right. Kind of minor waste of the East Wing Hall, but library. Library's fine. We can get that last room at some point later from the spare room, and it can be a dead end. Okay. So, I haven't done the laundry room yet, and I haven't done the showroom yet. I don't have the money to get anything from the showroom currently, so I kind of want to go off on it. So maybe we try the laundry room. I've never done the laundry room before. Beach. Okay. Spin cycle. This service costs 5 money and will trade all your gems with all your coins. All your keys with all your gems. All your keys with all your money. Okay, I see. I assume that these are all the same, yeah. So it lets me swap things around at a 5 gold cost, which is really only useful if I have a fuck ton of gold, which is really only going to happen if I get into the vault. So not a particularly useful room. There's not even a note in here. Okay, well, now we know. Now it's in the registry. Oh, yeah, that's right, we have a book to read. The Fixed Stars, The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Van Aries, Bird and Sons Publishing. Preface. This book contains a complete star chart. Oh, no, no, no. We already got this. That was my bad. Well. Okay. Still have plenty of steps. Alright, so ideally we want something that at least goes straight. No such luck. No. Take the boudoir so that we can get the free gem. Might as well open from this side. Dark room, dining room. Okay. Anything else in here today? Nope. We'll go ahead and open the door. I am going to kick back to the mailroom soon, though. Locksmith, courtyard, maiden's chamber. I think this is probably a pretty decent spot for the courtyard. We still haven't done the locksmith, but... No, we have done the locksmith. We've done it once. Do I get a hammer? Do I get a shovel? No. Nothing. Passageway, unfortunately, needs 2 gems. Do not have that. Well, we'll use our last gem on getting the pool. Yeah, we'll take the parlor. Another gem puzzle. The gems are in a box with a true statement, okay? The gems are on the blue box. The statement on the blue box is true. 2 of these statements are true. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so if 2 of these statements are true, that would mean that this is true, and that would mean either that this is true. So if these 2 are true, that would mean this is false, which would mean that the gems are inside of here. Ooh, okay. The passageway isn't terrible. Yeah, we'll use our 2 gems to unlock the passageway. Alright, but before I get any deeper... Actually, no. If I get 1 deeper, then I unlock the dining room and I get a big food bonus. So we'll go ahead. Keep moving. This is auto-unlocked, which is nice. It's the garage. Can't make use of, so we'll do the west wing. This. Locked. Ah. Well, we have to take the sauna. Good news, the sauna gives us a bonus for tomorrow. Plus 20 steps tomorrow. Gemstone. Ah, Finland. Imagine this nice sauna, and then you have to go through this creepy-ass passageway to get to the pool, which the door is broken. Alright, am I ready to go back yet? Not yet. Might not be great today, but tomorrow, watch out. I'm going to have gotten sweaty. And I'm out of keys. Dead end. Okay, well, we'll take the dark room. I'm gonna die. Good news is this door's auto-unlocked. Don't know what it is. And it's the furnace. Every time. Okay. So we'll go back to the dining room. We'll get our food. We'll go back to the mail room. We'll see if we can unlock a box. And then we'll come back up and see what we can do with what we've got left. What do we have for dinner? Steak. And 2 slices of lemon. For each showroom in our house. Well, we don't have any showrooms. I don't think anyways. We'll still get a room off of the corridor, which is good. Ooh. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to spend a few coins going through the chapel, but I don't have enough to really buy anything anyways. No, I'm going to go down. Going down, down. It's where the commissary is glued to the chapel. Ooh, these suck ass. Alright, I don't want to draft the weight room. I'll draft the gymnasium, and then I'll kind of like, is there anything to grab? And then I'll leave. And then we're going to go mail room. Whoops. Well, goodbye to our last coin into 2 steps because I went the wrong way. I probably should have waited until I had completely dead-ended, but I really want to know what's in the mailroom. Or if I'm wrong and it's actually in the vault. You can also use this opportunity to check out, you know, our dead end over there, maybe get a key. Alright. Box 203. Deposit box key unlocks box 233. Alright, well. No, it's not one of these security deposit boxes, it looks like. Unless it's on table. No. Okay, it must be in the vault then. Give me something like the storeroom. Laboratory, coat check, bunk room. I guess we could spend our gem on the laboratory and hope that we get something cool. I need the greenhouse for that one. Okay. Experiment time. Immediately, when I draft a shop and when I spend 2 or more gems, add a chest to the entrance hall. A letter will be delivered to the mailroom. Permanently add 1 gold to my allowance. Ooh. Well, I want the letter. And then As much as a permanent allowance increase would be nice. We've got the mailroom right here. I have to imagine the additional letter has some kind of additional information. Okay, it's not that one, right? Because we already read that one. Okay. Oh, this one. There we go. Simon, my name is Randolph Moore. I am the lead lab technician at Sinca, and I have worked here at Mount Holly for over a decade. I was thrilled to discover you had found our humble lab and have begun to run some experiments of your own. I tend to keep an eye on the small spikes in radiation levels on the estate, as it's one of the only ways I can monitor your progress from the outside. All off-site connections to the terminal network have been disabled during your stay. There has been much speculation among the staff about the progress you've been making in the house, and they're all quite excited when I reported that you have been successfully running experiments. I want to write to you to let you know that even though you may not see us, we are rooting for you. Best of luck on the experiments, and if you like, I'll continue sending letters with some helpful tips for you. Okay, so if I activate letter sending again, Randolph will send me more hints. Thanks for trying to help, Gremlin. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's get back up top. We still got steps. We've still got doors. We can hope that they're not locked, or they're locked by security systems. Yeah. Alright. These two doors off of the pool. Well, I guess we're blind firing off the archives from now on. And we're sacrificing a bunch of steps to the weight room. The furnace sucks ass. That's locked. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have the gems to do the boiler room. So, it's the bathroom. I'm gonna get some kind of scarlet thing again. And it's locked. Alright. Pretty sure that dead ends us. Because the West Wing Hall also needed a key. Oh, I can go down into the foundations. That door might be open. So there's a gem. I should have looked first. Furnace kind of hobbles the whole run. Yeah. Do the observatory, whatever this is, or the maid's chamber. Let's rely on luck. It's the freezer. All right, we get an extra gem tomorrow. Man, it would be really nice if we could thaw this place. So much good stuff in here. And I am sure that one of our fire lighting information things is through there. I just have to figure out how to heat here. Can I turn up the heat in the furnace? I don't think so. I think the heat controls are in the laboratory. But we can go double check real quick before I end the day. See if the furnace has heat controls. And I just missed them. Ah, my accounts have been thawed. Well, honestly, I would have preferred they be frozen, but it's good to know that I can come to the furnace to thaw them if I need to. But it does not look like I have any heat controls in here. Okay. Call it a day. Call it, and then we're gonna remember this time. We save and quit. Temporal manner of fire and ice. 4 tomorrow rooms, the furnace and the freezer. That's hilarious. I love that. That's so cool. Well, when we get back to this tomorrow, we're going to have a ton of passive benefits. Shoot, the Skunks Live? Yeah, I started streaming late. Don't worry, Thomas. I just wrapped up. Alright, thank you all for coming out. Hopefully tomorrow I'll stream at my normal time, but we'll see. It'll kind of depend on what Emmy and I are planning on doing. We got a couple of big movement things. We passed the curse, Thomas. Yeah, I think we've made I think we've made some progress. So that's good. And let's see who's online, and maybe we'll raid someone, and maybe we won't, because I'm not usually around now. I don't feel like raiding anyone, so I'm going to go and make dinner. You guys all have a lovely night. Take care of yourselves. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.